Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. Today we are going to be doing a review on the new Charlotte Tilbury Look of Love palette. But before we jump into that, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you like content about beauty, that's everything that I do here on my channel. Let's get into the video. Okay, so as promised, we are going to be doing a review and demonstration of the new Charlotte Tilbury Look of Love palette. Now, before we get into that, I do want to give you some details about the palette. I do believe that this palette comes in two different kinds. They have one that is called the Pretty Blush Beauty, and that is for fair skin tones. And then the other palette, which is the one that I have, is called Glowing Beauty, and that is for medium to deep skin tones. It costs $75 for this palette. It was made in Italy, and I believe that this collection was also launched with 4 different lipsticks, but I do believe that these lipsticks were available last year, but they are like a re-promotion for this year, and they come in like a beautiful rhinestone packaging. And if you guys want to see pictures of that, I will leave that in a screenshot. As far as the product is concerned, it's a very, very comprehensive palette. You get 3 different eyeshadow shades. You get a bronzer, a highlighter, and like an airbrush setting powder, and you also get a blush. So as far as this palette is concerned, it is very comprehensive because it kind of gives you an entire look for your face. So if you're somebody who likes to travel, or if you are more of the minimalistic type, I think that this palette would be perfect as far as being able to travel and not having to carry a lot of different makeup products with you. It's kind of a one and done palette. So now I am going to give you guys all of the different swatches. But before I do, I want to show you guys all of these beautiful, beautiful colors. Up here, you're going to get all of your eyeshadows. Right here is your setting powder. Here is your bronzer, blush, and then this is your highlighter. And now I'm going to be giving you guys swatches. The first swatch is of the eyeshadows, and this one is Brighten. This next one is Enhance. And this last one is Smoke. I'm going to give you guys swatches of the face products within this palette. So these next swatches, the first one will be of the bronzer. The next one will be of the highlighter. Then we have the blush. And then we have the setting powder. Okay, now I'm going to give you guys a demonstration of all of it. So I'm going to start with the middle eyeshadow, which is this beautiful glittery one right here. That is Enhance, and I am going to pack that all over my lid. There's a few things that I'm looking at when I'm applying this or when I'm doing a demonstration or review of certain eyeshadows. And one of the things that I'm looking for is things like fallout, kickback, and also the blendability of the product. And honestly, just applying this with my finger, I'm not experiencing any of that. Wow, this goes on, honestly, like butter. Okay, now I'm going to try to apply that same color Enhance, and I'm going to try to do it with a flat brush that I have right here. I just want to see how it performs with a brush. Good deal, good deal. Okay, now I am going to go into the third eyeshadow right here, which is Smoke. And I'm just gonna add that to my crease. I'm just gonna take a clean, fluffy brush, and I'm going to try to blend out some of the harsh lines. Blends out beautifully. Okay, now I am going to go into the first eyeshadow over here, which is Highlight, and I'm just going to add that to the inner corners of my eye as well as my brow bone. Okay, and last but not least for my eyes, I'm going to go in with my favorite eyeliner, which is Dark Side by Anastasia. And I am just going to line the top portion of my eye. I'm just a little bit curious to see how this third eyeshadow in Smoke would perform as kind of like an eyeliner on the lower lash line. So that is what I'm going to be doing with this eyeshadow color. I'm just gonna take an angled brush, tap it in there. So far, it's really, really good. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of bronze up my face a little bit. So I'm going to go into this face bronzer that it has in the palette right here. And I am going to dip this slightly angled brush into it, tap off some of the excess, and then I am going to use that to kind of chisel out my cheekbones and add some color and depth, some structure to my face. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of that bronzer to my nose. Just gonna take a fluffy brush and just kind of help to blend everything out. Okay, now I'm going to take this brush that I have from e.l.f. and I am going to use that to set and kind of brighten my face with this setting powder right here. Well, a little too much product at one time. Okay, now I'm going to go into the blush and just apply it to my cheeks with this big fluffy brush that I have. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to take that same brush that I used for the setting powder to apply that under my eyes, and I am going to dip that into the highlighter over here, and I am going to apply that highlighter to the tops of my cheeks. Okay, and this is the final result. Okay, and now for my final thoughts on the performance of this palette. Okay, so as far as my final thoughts on the performance of this palette, I thought everything just did a great job at blending out very, very seamlessly. I didn't have an issue with any of the eyeshadows. I didn't have an issue with the bronzer, the setting powder, blush, anything like that. For any of the eyeshadows, I did not experience any kind of fallout or anything like that. It was extremely easy to work with. The only thing that I did experience was that there was a decent amount of kickback when I dipped the brush into the products. So I would suggest that if you're going to use this palette, you want to use kind of like a gentle hand because you may experience kickback. Okay, so as far as the $75 price point for this palette, as I said, I think it performed beautifully. However, I do know that there is a palette by Milani that retails for $14.99, I believe, and it is a very similar idea behind the Milani palette, whereas it is supposed to be a full face palette. I haven't used it, so I don't know how it performs. If you guys want me to do a review on that palette, if you're looking for an alternative that's a little bit lower in the price point, just let me know and I will review that. But like I said, I don't know how Milani performs, but I do know that you can get a similar palette for a lower price point. However, with the Charlotte Tilbury, as far as the performance of the palette, it was honestly fantastic. I love how comprehensive the palette is. You can honestly very easily, like I said, travel anywhere with this. You could take it on the go with you if you want to touch up your makeup. It's very suitable for every single day. It doesn't have all kinds of crazy colors. It's just a beautiful palette. It performed beautifully, and I personally like it a lot. So I personally feel like for the price point, I know I'm going to be getting a lot of usage out of this particular palette. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this video. Please let me know what your thoughts are. Leave your comments down below. If you guys like this video, please don't forgive me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload future videos. I just want to give a shout out to everybody who has been leaving comments on my videos and also liking my videos, because that helps my videos out a great deal. So until the next time, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.